Hello everyone. Our lesson today will be for the exam, the second exam revision. We're going to review together all the subjects that we're talking about that we are included on the second exam material. Okay, so we're going to explain today the second exam material. So this is a revision. The first thing that we need to know, or we need to remember and revise, that what was the adding 3 and 4 numbers. Okay, so it was adding 3 and 4 numbers. Okay, we will do one example for each one of them. So after that we will go to the next subject. Okay, so the first one, which is adding 3 numbers, I have here 435 plus 212 plus 23. We add all these numbers together. I always ask you to write them this way: 435, and you have to write 212, the ones under the ones, the tens under the tens, and the hundreds under the hundreds. Then you write 23, and we know that we start from the ones place, which is the 3. It's on the ones place. Then we write the 20, or it's on the tens place, and we know that this is empty, and we write plus. Now we add all the ones together, then the tens, then the hundreds. But we have to make sure and remember, if you always try to find number part of 10 and the doubles, number part of 10 and the doubles. So start with the number part of 10. This will make your adding easier, okay? Look, you can add 2 ways. The first one, I know that 2 plus 3 makes 5. So if I add 2 plus 3 equal 5, 5 plus 5 is a 10. So this is the double for 10. So 2 or 5 plus 2 equals 7, plus 3, which is 10. So 5 with 2, 7, 7 with 3, which is 10. So I write 0 over here, and I carry the 10 on the tens place. I have 1 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the answer here is 7. Then I add 4 plus 2 equal 6. Okay, so this is the first group. The second one, when we add 4 numbers together, I write them together, which are 5, 6, 65, 56, and I have 48, and I have 224, which is 224. Be careful, some students write the 200 under the tens place, which is wrong, okay? So make sure how you arrange your numbers. I have 148. Make sure that you arrange them this way. You write the 40 on the tens place, and you write the hundreds over here. Now you add these numbers. As usual, we're trying to find the number part of 10 or the doubles, okay? I have here number part of 10. Yes, I have 6 and 4. They are 10, right? And 8 and 8 are doubles. So 8 and 8, 16. And I have here 10, 6 and 4, 10. So I have 26. I write the 6 over here and the 20 in the top. Okay? Here, 2 and 5 equals 7. Okay, I have double over here. 4 and 4 equal 8. Okay, 8 with 2 equal 10. 10 plus 7 equals 17. So I write 7 and 10 in top. Okay, again, 5 plus 2 equals 7. 7, I have 7 and 4 equal 11. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So I have 17. Okay, 7 and 10. 1 plus 2 equal 3, and 1 I have 4. So the answer is 476. This is how we add. This is how we add 4 numbers. Okay. So I have the first subject, which is adding 3 numbers, adding 4 numbers. These are the first 2 subjects. I will start talking about new subjects, which is how can we add. How can we add? Please write these down on a paper and try to do them, okay, with me. Okay, adding without regrouping. So the second subject, or the third subject now, I have the third subject, which is adding or addition without regrouping, okay? Without regrouping. Okay, adding without regrouping. okay, without regrouping. Now I want to write some examples. I have here 200, okay, 2000, I have 2563 plus, which is a simple addition, 2215, okay? Usually, as usual, we write them on top of each other and we can switch numbers. That's okay because addition accepts switching numbers. Okay, 5, 6, and the 3. And I arrange ones under ones, which is 5, tens under tens, hundreds, and thousands, okay? Then I add them together. I start always with the ones place. 3 plus 5 equal 8. 6 plus 1 equals 7. You see, I don't carry any numbers, so that's why we call it without regrouping. 5 plus 2 equals 7, and 2 plus 2 equals 4. So I have the total of 4,778. Okay, the second subject, or the fourth subject, which is adding with regrouping. Okay, so it's adding with regrouping. Okay, so I have adding with regrouping. I will write some exercises. I have here 6,882, I think, no, 688 plus I have 5 or 855, okay? As usual, write them on top of each other to make the equation easier. 100 under 100, tens under tens, and 1 under 1, okay? Write the answer under each place. We add the ones, we write the answer under the ones place. 8 plus 5 equal 13. I write 3 and I carry the 10 because now I have extra than 9. I have 10. I put the group of 10 with the tens place because we're not allowed to put the 10 on the ones place. I have 13, so the total is 13. 8 plus 5, again, it's 13. 1, it's 14, so I write the 4 and the 1 in top. Okay, 1 plus 6 equals 7. 7 plus 8 equal 15. So I don't have any number over here to carry it. Sorry, it should be here in top of 6. So I write it directly next to the number. So the answer is 1,543. Okay, so this is the fourth subject, which is adding with regrouping, with carrying. Now I have subtraction. Subtraction, so it's the same, but for subtraction. So it's the fifth subject. And I have the same, I have subtraction with regrouping and without regrouping. So the fifth subject and the sixth, okay? I have subtracting without. It's the simple one, okay? Without regrouping. Here, subtracting with regrouping, with borrowing. Okay, I want you to write the questions with me, please, and try to do them yourself on the paper. So that's like you are studying for the exam or revising for the exam. I have 7,475 subtracted from take away 3,172. And I need to answer, okay? This is subtracting without regrouping. Now, if I want to subtract, I do the same as addition, but make sure you're not allowed to switch places. You have to write the first number first, then you write the second number, okay? So we start with 7,475, and you subtract it and make sure that you write the ones under the ones, the tens under the tens, the hundreds, and finally the thousand, okay? We subtract the ones first because we might need the next neighborhood help, okay? 5 take away 2 equal 3. So this case we don't need to borrow. So because it's our without regrouping, without borrowing. 7 take away 7 equals 0. 4 take away 1 equal 3. And 7 take away 3 equal 4, okay? So this is the first case, which is subtracting without regrouping. Now we will do some exercises for subtracting with borrowing, with regrouping. I have 6,843. We want to take away 1,986, okay? Again, I will repeat, we're not allowed to switch places. No, we start with the biggest number usually, 4 and 3. We subtract the smaller number from it, which is 986, okay? Now, we need to subtract the first number. I will use the red marker. It's not enough, so it will go to the next neighbor, which is number 4. Number 4 is going to be now 3, which is 30, and it will give 10 for the 3, so it's going to be 13, okay? Now I subtract. 13, take away 6. I have 7 as answer, okay? So the answer is going to be 7. 7 plus 6 equal 13. Now I have 3. 3 take away 8, it's not enough again. Okay, I can go to the next neighbor. So this will go to it, and it will be 13 tenths, because it will give 10 from this is going to be 700. Excuse me. I have 13, take away 8, I have 5. Because 5 plus 8 equal 13. 7 take away 9. We cannot give it, so we borrow from the 100. This is going to be 5, and this is going to be 17. 17 take away 9 equal 8, and I have 5 take away equal 4. Okay, so I have the answer as 4,857. Now, this is our 6th subject, which is subtracting with regrouping or with borrowing, okay? Now we will divide our board into 2 parts to talk about addition and subtracting. If you subtract odd numbers, so I have, this is the 7th subject. Okay, this is the 7th subject. And this is for the addition, and this is for the subtraction, so it's going to be 8. Okay, so now here we are talking about adding odd and even numbers, okay? And in this part, we're talking about subtracting, okay? Subtracting odd and even numbers. In this video, if you watch it, you no need to watch the other videos. I'm just like revising, summarizing every single concept we talk about the few previous months, okay? We'll talk about now adding numbers like each other. If I add even plus even, the answer is going to be even, okay? If you are adding 4, or even if you make it bigger, but it's going to be even number, plus 2, going to be 6. This is the first one, okay? The second one, if you add odd plus odd, the answer is going to be even. If you add 3, this is odd, okay? Plus 3, it's going to be 6, which is even number, okay? Now next, and the last one, which is adding even number to odd number, or odd number to even number. We know that we can switch in addition, so it's the same. The answer is going to be odd. Remember, if you add 6 to number 3, which is even number, and odd is 3 is an odd number, we have 9, which is an odd number, okay? Here, just let me fix this, please. Plus odd. 3 odd plus 3, which is another odd number. The answer is going to be even number, okay? And I have here, when I subtracting the even and odd numbers, if I subtract even number from another even number, like if I subtract, I have 4, I subtract 2, the answer is going to be what? Excellent, it's even. So if you subtract 4, if you don't remember this rule, just like to apply small numbers, that will give you the answer, okay? So if you subtract it, you will have 2, it's an even number. What if you subtract odd number from another odd number? If you subtract odd from odd number, like if you subtract 9, which is an odd number, from like 3, take away 3 from it, The answer is going to be what? What do you think? 3 and odd number, and it's going to be even, okay? So in the subtraction, it's the same as the addition. The answer, if they are the same, even, odd, the answer is going to be even, which is 6 and 6 and even number, okay? The last case, which is if you subtract odd from even or even from odd, the answer is going to be odd answer, okay? Let's take an example. If I have 9 and I try to subtract like 2, okay? So it's going to be 7, which is an odd number, odd answer, okay? So these are adding and subtracting even number. These are the cases. I remind you again, in the exam, if you have these numbers, these words, and you don't know what to answer, just like apply small numbers. Like if you have even plus even, say yourself, okay, if I add like 4 plus 2 equals 6, so it's 6 even. So the answer is going to be even. So this is how we answer on this question, okay? Okay, so we start talking about adding and subtracting even and odd number, okay? Even and odd number. Now I want you to know what is the answer if you multiply, okay? So now the answer for multiplying even and odd number, so which is the 9 subject, okay? Multiplying odd and even number. How can I write the answer? Okay, the first step, which is multiplying even times even. So if you have even times even, what is the answer? Even times even equal 4 times 2 equal 8, which is an even answer, right? 6 times 4 equal 24. Okay, so it's an even answer. What if you multiply odd times odd? In the multiplication, it's different, okay? So if you multiply odd times odd, the answer is going to be odd. Like if you multiply 3 times 3 equal 9, which is odd number. If you multiply like 5 times 5, it's 25, it's an odd number, okay? But if you multiply odd number with even number or even number with odd number, if you can switch them, because you multiply, you can switch them, the answer is going to be even, okay? Because you will repeat it, even number, so it's going to be even, okay? So like if you multiply 3 times 6, which is 3 odd, 6 even, the answer is going to be 18, and we know that 18 is an even number. So this is the 9th subject or the 9th subject about addition and multiplication from the exam, okay? Now I will explain the last one in this video, and then after that, which is the 10th concept, then after that I will start a new video for the exam. So I have 2 videos as a revision, okay? The 10th one, which is reminding you with, how can I know the multiple of 2, 5, 10, and 100, okay? I need to know what are the multiples of 2, 5, 10, and 100. The first one, which is 2. How can I know if any number is a multiple of 2? Okay, you have to follow the rule. What is the rule? The rule for number 2, that the ones place should be what? Should be what, 4th grade? Should be even. Excellent. So if the ones place is even, so the whole number is a multiple of 2, okay? Let me give you some examples. I have 39, and I have 66, 53, and I have 90. Can you circle or know which numbers are multiple of ones? Yes, I look at the ones place. So look at the ones place. Look at the ones place. Okay, is it even? No, so this is not multiple of 2. Is this an even number? Yes, 6 is even. So yes, this is multiple of 2. 53, is it multiple of 2? No, because the ones place is odd, so this is not multiple of 2. How about 90? Yes, 0 is even, so this is multiple of 2, okay? And the same number could be multiple of 2 or multiple of 2 and 5 and 10 and 100, that's okay, okay? So you can like the same number could be multiple of many numbers, okay? Now number 5. What is the rule for number 5? Oh, sorry. What is the rule for number 5? The rule for number 5 that you have to look at the ones place again, but the ones place should be what? The ones place should be neither 5 or 0. So it should be either 5 or 0. Let's take some examples. I have 395, and you have 653, and you have 965, and the last one, which is 5,300. I want to know which one of them is a multiple of 3. Which one of them is the multiple of 3? Of 5, sorry, of 5. Again, look at the ones place. You have to look at the ones place. Here, the ones place. Is this number 5 or 0? Yes. So it's multiple of 5. Circle it. Is this number 5 or 0? No. It's not multiple of 5. Is this number multiple of 5 or 0? Yes. So it's multiple of 5. Is this number, the ones place, is 5 or 0? Yes. So the whole number is multiple of 5. Okay? Perfect. Okay, so I still have the 10, multiple of 10, and multiple of 100. Remember, 2. The ones place should be even, so I can tell this is multiple of 2. Multiple of 5 should be 5 or 0. Multiple of 10, which is the ones place, should, it's not an option, should be 0. Okay, so if the ones place is 0, so this number is a multiple of 10. Okay, let's take some examples. Like I have 645. Is it a multiple of 10 or not? And I have 405, and I have 660, and I have 5,000. Okay, let's take a look. The ones place, is it 0? No, so this is not multiple of 10. The ones place, is it 0? No, it's not multiple of 10. The ones place, is it 0? Yes, so it's multiple of 10. The ones place, is it 0? Yes, so it's the multiple of 10. So this is the rule for multiple of 10. Now let's write the last one, which is the multiple of 100. Again, remind you, the multiple of 100. Multiple of 100. How can I tell? The ones place and, so the ones and the, let me write again, and the tens place and the tens place should be 0. Okay, so or the number should end with 0, 0. Yani you say that the number should end with 0 for the tens and the ones place, or you can write the number would end with 0, 0. Okay, let's write some exercises or some examples. Like I have 6,000. And I have 500. And I have, which numbers are multiple of 100? This number, is it a multiple of 100? Look at the last 2 digits, last two places. Ones and tens, they should be 0, 0, okay? Are they 0, 0? Yes, so it's the multiple of 10. The last 2 digits, are they 0, 0? No, so this is not multiple of 100. And 500, so the ones place and the tens place, they should be 0, 0, yes. So this is a multiple of 10. And the last one, which is the ones place and the tens place, they should be 0, 0, and this is correct. So this is the multiple of 10. Okay, so this is the first group of the exam material. Please watch the next video so you can understand more about the exam. Thank you for watching.